Whether you're hosting or on the guest list, you may have some questions about COVID etiquette when it comes to celebrations this week and next. Rosalinda Randall joins me now. She's an etiquette expert. Good to see you, the author of Keep Your Distance. What a name. She has some tips on how to have a great time and stay safe while doing it. So, Rosalinda, is it possible, and how so? First off, you shouldn't bring anyone unexpected, right, without asking.
No, well, good morning, and thank you for having me on the show. No, unexpected guests because, again, like the commercial just said, COVID can limit the number of people that a host is going to have. And also, if they're putting in protocols, that unexpected guest, will they be able to adhere to some of those protocols in advance?
And if you are having more than kind of your close-knit family, even close-knit family members, can you ask if they are vaccinated? Is it rude to do so, considering?
What's rude to one person isn't to another. And at this point, because of the COVID restrictions and the ever-changing rules, it is no longer bad manners to ask. However, if you're hosting a party, prior to even inviting people, ask and clear with the people that you live in, whether it's roommates, nannies, housekeeper, partner, spouse, that if they're going to be comfortable having people in the house. That's the worst thing that you want to do, is have guests and have them passing out wipes constantly or enforcing some rules that you don't want to. So that's first. And then inform your guests. And before you inform your guests, find out what your county restrictions, regulations are, especially if you're having people come in from other counties and other states. It would just be very awkward if you're mandating masks and they come from a place where they haven't been wearing masks for a month now. So please, please. And then you give the guests an option to decline or accept, and they know what they're going into. And also expect cancellations. For the guests, don't pull a no-show. People go to a lot of expense, but there's so many ways we can communicate. So be sure that there's some understanding on both parts this year that we're going to need. People at the last minute hesitate, watch the news, and they just go, I'm not leaving the house, and just call. And as a host, we try to be understanding.
Yeah, I did that the other day. It wasn't a holiday party, but a gathering, and just saying I'm not comfortable because I am seeing my parents soon. Should you be more understanding of last-minute cancellations?
Yes, most definitely. And if you're going to cancel, just say, I'm really sorry, apologize, maybe send a box of chocolates or flowers the next day, just as a gesture that. But again, we need to understand that people are in different places at different times and sometimes overnight. And for guests, mind your manners. And what I mean by that, especially now, we should always do that, any gatherings, but I mean verbal manners. This isn't a time or place to give your opinion, lecture, or comment about the host protocol. This isn't a time to remove your mask if you knew and you accepted the terms when you RSVP'd, and tell people why they shouldn't have to wear them or should, or the opposite. So mind your manners.
And this isn't 2019, as we all know, so try not to, you don't know who's comfortable, who's not, walk in and give everyone a great big hug in terms of the distance.
No, and especially those huggers, what I want to say to you is, try not to take it personally, at least not this year. And all you can do is put your hands up, clasp them, and then just with your tone of voice, maybe we need to make it a little bit warmer to make up for the lack of hugs, and just say, I'm not ready yet, but oh, it's so nice to see you. Let's go get some shrimp or whatever, and just move on.
Yeah, or maybe just if you're wearing a mask inside, if you're that concerned, you can use your eyes to do so. I mean, it's a different world out there, what we're dealing with, all trying to stay safe. And hopefully people are getting tested and doing what they can. But as President Biden said, you can still gather in a safe way, right, this holiday season?
Most definitely. And, one of your crew brought up a great thing that some people are having. There's a trend of having rapid tests as people come in. But the couple of things that came up the top of my head are, how are you going to determine which guests you're going to take that test? Are you going to have a holding area for them until the results come in? And what if the result is positive? And what if that person says, I just got tested, are you kidding? This is inaccurate. There's a lot of things that we need to think about in advance before we start doing some of these things.
Yeah, and weigh the pros and cons here, considering your family members and loved ones and the age of those attending and the health and all of that. Rosalinda Randall, thank you for laying it out for us. Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Happy holidays.